Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about not allowing these demons to tell you how you feel or what you care about. These demons love to tell us what we care about and how we feel. And the mind-blowing part about that is they are extremely low. They are extremely low on the empathetic scale. You know what I mean? So for beings who are extremely low on empathy, you know what I mean? It's always wild hearing them say things about how we feel about certain subjects or topics. They just started as soon as I started filming. It's literally been pretty quiet. So they have a process of constantly projecting these weird word spells. You don't care, and I'm gonna tell you how you feel. Now, the tricky part with this is it's a word spell. So it's not that they're actually trying to tell you that you don't care or tell you how you feel. It's that they want to control you, and you have to listen to them. Telling you you don't care and mentioning to you about what you feel and how you feel, these are all word spells used for manipulation. It's manipulation word spells to control you. Manipulation word spells to control you. So once you start understanding that, you shouldn't put too much emphasis and weight on these demons and their words, because they don't have any value or substance to their words. So why would you put substance and value to it? Or let me reframe that. Why would you put more value and substance on it? Because us naturally, we are going to add value and substance to whatever we do. You know what I mean? And that's why we are such good charge boxes for these demons, and why they love to run us dry, crash us out, and destroy us. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like having the Energizer Bunny beside you all the time. You know what I mean? I don't know if these things plan on stopping back here, but they didn't start until I started filming. So if it's a little effective in the audio, all we can do is try to work around it. That's part of the process and the flow when you are outside in nature. You have to learn how to flow like water, you know. And I almost made that its own separate subject and topic, which I probably will later, because I really be wanting to dive down the avenue and break that down a little bit more, you know, just as far as flowing like water and going along with the current flow, you know. So, but back to the subject at hand, you know what I mean? It's always gonna be those weird situations where you are quote unquote not listening, and they want to tell you that you don't care. The thing is like, first we have to understand there's two playbooks, right? You got the witchy playbook, then you got the creator playbook. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to put these beings on a side. You know what I'm saying? This is what we always go through over here, because then it's easier to understand open perspective when you know which side they are on. So for us, we don't need somebody to rub our back for us to be like, oh shit, they care about us. You know what I mean? Or I can feel them over there. You know, I feel like I'm feeling what you feeling. We don't need no physical representation of that. But these other beings, they pretend as if they do when they don't. Because if you ever notice, when one of the demons, I don't care if you're a male demon or a female demon, like those demons usually have their episodes. If you ever notice, they'll have a whole episode at nighttime, or right around once you get around nighttime witching hours. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always say operate with the sun and the light. Once you understand, like, all of us are not witchy, but we like the nighttime. But what happens is no different than being out in society, and you got some girls that's saying, you got some girls that's the twerkers, and then you got the other girls who are quote unquote good girls, but they dress like twerkers. So you want everybody to look at you like a ratchet twerker. So you have to change your concept and change your imagery away from that. All of that goes hand in hand as examples of what these motherfuckers have been doing for a long time, and they continue to do it. But like I was saying, when they have an episode at nighttime, you notice that none of these demons ever wake up apologetic. I have been aware of the demons I have been involved with since 2014, 2015. It's 2023, you know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with them prior, but since I've been aware, I have never once heard a demon apologize for having an episode. And I wouldn't expect them to, because they're evil, ill-intentional entities. They are evil, ill-intentional. So when you have different females or different males like telling you like, oh, okay, they say, oh, I need you to ride to the store with me, or I want you to ride to the store with me, and maybe you just don't feel like it at the time. So because you haven't rode anywhere with them in a while, now they're gonna be like, oh, well, you don't care about me. We don't ever spend time together. Or let it be a nigga saying it instead of a guy. He gonna be like, oh, so what's up? You talking to somebody else, or you got somebody else you doing? You know, it's this whole insecurity projection thing that they go through, which we say is insecurity, right? But you'll notice that if you're with one of these beings, it happens the entire time you with them. That is not an insecurity. That is a demonic tool being used. It's only an insecurity if, say, I met somebody, right? And they didn't have the prettiest feet, you know what I mean? That is completely different. That's a physical attribute. That is completely different than the energy you're choosing to put out to the world. You know what I'm saying? And even with your feet, after being around me, that's something you're gonna grow comfortable within yourself, because I'm gonna make you feel comfortable, because that's just how my spirit is set up. You know what I mean? So the process with them is always control, destroy, manipulate. You know what I'm saying? I had one demon do some weird episode shit one night, and then woke up and hit a toothbrush and was like, oh, did you move my toothbrush? It's like, what? Why the fuck would I take the toothbrush out the bathroom? Why? What are you doing taking the toothbrush out the bathroom? Like, the farthest places them things go is from the sink to the shower. Because sometimes I want to brush while I'm in the shower. I want to kill two birds with one stone. You know what I mean? But there won't be any apologies for the demon. You know what I mean? They are letting this thing out full force because they know what's going to happen. A lot of them already know that they at the brinks, and that everything is starting to minimize. They're losing fuel sources. The fuel sources that they're having to go and get now are extremely trashy. Fuel sources aren't that good to come by because there's not a whole lot of us out here. And then with the shit going on, you know what I mean? They making sure that motherfuckers is choosing sides. So it's like, for one thing, I have to emphasize, right? As far as women or females, because you have to grow into a woman. I don't give a damn how old you are. You could still be just a little ass girl and a little ass baby in a big female body. You know what I mean? It's no different than the males. You know, they still little boys in male bodies. But I'm speaking as far as the females, right? Because we have to get some clarity about all this witchy shit going on. Most masculine men who vibrate like I do, or higher, or maybe just a little bit below, but they are fully masculine, we do not show this feminized look of masculinity. You know, that is not what we do. And then most beings and females, when they come across this, they always like, oh, he's really hard, or he's really mad. Yes, you have feminized men to compare this man to. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a big ass difference. This one may rub your feet and your back all day. This one may be building and growing, and once you know his energy, you don't know that the motherfucker cares, because they're still giving you time and energy. They're still building with you. But a lot of beings, a lot of women have been watching these movies or dealt with a lot of feminized men. A lot of feminized men. So you feel like a man is supposed to be holding your hand the whole way, or like always cuddling you, or doing all this. That's not what we do. That is not what we do. And I mean on a percentage scale, because all of us like to be cuddled and we all like affection. But I'm talking about out of 100%, that's only about 10%. Because the rest of the time, we're showing you we care by being in your energy and by doing other subtle things that masculine men do that's not feminized. It's plenty of feminine men out here, just like there's plenty of masculine women. So what I do when I come across masculine women now, or they start projecting that energy really masculine, and when I say projecting it very masculine, I mean if there was no system in place, would you still be projecting that energy up to get punched in the face? If your answer is no, then that's fake. If your answer is yes, then you are in your full masculine energy when that shit is happening. You know what I mean? So if you are positioning yourself with a real man, not a demon. And even when women and females deal with the demon men, y'all gotta be really careful because they are physically stronger than you. So you have to be a little bit more edgier with your things. You know, as far as the men and the males as us, we have more covert women who will do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just all kind of other sneaky witchy shit. Make your clothes disappear, break something, tell you it's not broken. I just gave an example. They'll wake up, hide a toothbrush, and then look at you and gaslight you and say you did something to it, which it's completely different. Females, y'all gotta deal with the physical brute force. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that when people are using these terminologies, oh, you don't care, or I know how you feel, or you don't feel that way, and trying to tell you how you feel, clearly your fruits is showing you are pretty shitty when it comes to those kind of spaces. So if my fruits is showing that I'm more understanding and that I am more aware of things happening in these positions, then I'm just going to take the more knowledgeable being. That's just how it works. I'm going to go to a doctor if something starts happening with the vessel. It's what we do. We go to the more knowledgeable being. But the system has a structure to where you have to have some white suit on, some white coat, white jacket. You have to have some white papers. You have to have a white lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You got to have fucking white everything, even though color isn't biased to this spiritual war. So that's how they make it color biased. I know a lot of us want to look past it and do all these things, but I have to understand, like, it's so much manipulation and gaslighting and word spells being used out here. Like, if you are not fine-tuning yourself 24/7, they will tune your ass right up out of here, or they're gonna crash you out. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody who is dating somebody who the person that they're dating now, that person's ex, they decide to move on to their next journey. You know, some of these demons will get a hold of the weaker beings and make you crash out. You know, the other being wasn't strong enough and he took his own life. You know what I'm saying? Just by recklessly driving and crashing his, I think it was a car or motorcycle, I don't remember which one. You know what I mean, when the story's given to me. But it's like, I have somebody close to me that's dealing with that being, so I have to constantly keep them in tune of what could possibly happen, you know, because it's their job to keep you walking so light that you can almost walk on top of water. You know what I mean? So just understanding when people use that shit, oh, you don't care, how you feel, you always do this. Like, you have to look at what always doing is. Some people are always being witchy. Some people are always being light. If you're always being light, don't ever change always being light. But if you're always witchy, then you are a disgusting motherfucker and you need to do something about it. You can swipe yourself left, or you can work on it. Because if you don't, then when the time comes, we are swiping left on you. You know what I mean? But just be wary of the tactics and the word spells being used. Your mom, your dad, your siblings, most definitely your spouses will use these statements to control you. Usually you can tell it's being controlled because they're saying the exact same thing that they were saying when you guys first started. The wording hasn't changed. You've been standing solid, but they feel as if they keep reiterating it and saying it and dropping it and trying to beat you down on top of the other obstacles, that you'll give in, that you'll fold. You know what I'm saying? That you will be under their control. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't give a damn if they paying all the bills and got all the money. I don't give a damn if they got the whole car and that's your only transportation. I don't give a damn if it's your boss. I stood solid in the courtroom twice without no lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to do worse, and they could not without looking extremely obvious and more disgusting than what they are. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of the big hats on the demonic team working, and I'm just little old me. But because of who I ride for, what happens, right? And I was meaning, and I might do this as its own segment as well too. What I was processing the other day, we get into hard spaces and places in these ruts, and we like, oh, come on God, come on Allah, come on Creator, come on Buddha, come on Judaism. We call on these beings and these entities and our higher powers to look out for us when we in these hard ass spaces, right? Help me out, help me out, help me out, help me out, help me out. What I started doing and what I realized what was more beneficial for me is asking the universe, where do you need me at? What do you need me to do? You know what I mean? What do you need me to do? We always talk about, look, if I wanted to use this shit right here to be witchy, I could use all this shit to be witchy, and we would be to infinity and beyond. It wouldn't be a slow climb like this. Oh, 200 subscribers, let's subtract 400 of them. You got 200 likes, let's subtract 50 of them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you used this word in the beginning, let's demonetize this video. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be operating that way. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit that's pretty obvious what's happening, what's going on out there. And y'all know me over here, we are war ready at all times. This shit could crash today or tomorrow. Nobody knew when that was gonna shut everything down, but it did. And a lot of people was not prepared or ready. And a lot of beings that was light workers actually had to get stuck in the house with these demons. You know what I'm saying? And the demons got to eat and be fruitful off of y'all motherfuckers. Be aware, you know what I'm saying? We gotta tighten up on all angles, you know what I'm saying? No weak links. If it's a weak link over here, you better go help that motherfucker out and strengthen that link. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start giving back to the universe. You get in a hard space, stop asking, no, the universe help me. Stop acting like a little bitch and start asking, what can you do for the universe? I've been going through racks and pounds of stuff. It don't stop me from getting out here to y'all. It don't, because the universe put me in this position. Hey, universe, what you need me to do? They said, I need your ass in front of this camera. I need you to keep standing solid in these courts. I need you to keep fighting for your daughter. I need you to keep fighting and healing the people that you can reach and the ones that's around you. Simple process. It's not easy, but it is a simple process. Ask, what can you do for the universe? Next time you get in a hard place, ask, what can you do for the universe? Where do the universe need you at? How can you make yourself accessible for the greater good of the universe? Because if you don't, the oppositions will. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no victims out here. We warriors, and we battle consistently. Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.